Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in. As we can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin right now is flashing us a very interesting scenario. A scenario which is pointing us where the price of Bitcoin in the medium short term, where the price of Bitcoin for the coming days might be possibly heading. So before I start talking about it, I want you guys to do me a favor and quickly destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this at the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder to those individuals who have not claimed this free 200 USDT futures position airdrop from Bybit, then I suggest you guys to check the video description, because Bybit right now is providing around free 200 USDT futures position airdrop, either Bitcoin USDT position, Ethereum USDT position, or Solana USDT position. All the links are in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity. Now, if you look at this price action of Bitcoin here in a daily time frame, you can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin has broken out from this key line of resistance, the trend line, the upper trend line from this descending channel, which rejected us a couple of times in the past price action, has finally been broken. Now, if the price of Bitcoin remains above this upper trend line, or let's say remains above 64,000 in the medium short term, this could be resulting in furthermore impulsive move, price following this falling channel pattern or bull flag type of formation with price objective. You can see first price objective would be the previous high, right, which is around 73,000, and could go even higher. And why higher? Because price parallelly is also forming falling wedge pattern, another bullish continuation pattern. And according to this falling wedge, you can see price has managed to overcome this key line of resistance, which in the past price action rejected us. I mean, this upper trend line was a very important line of resistance. Each and every attempt while trying to break above it has resulted in a corrective move. But if you look at this price action right now, the price of Bitcoin is clearly above this upper trend line. So this means there is a very high probability for this trend to show another continuation here, like this price of Bitcoin after some sideways movement to continue with this bullish move. And also one big reason why remaining above this upper trend line from this falling wedge, remaining above this falling channel upper trend line, could result in another continuation here to the upside. And the reason, another reason, is these indicators I showed you on my previous video. For an actual bullish crossover here in Williams Alligator indicator, we need the confirmation from RSI, MACD, T3CCI indicator. And if you look at this RSI, our RSI is clearly over 50, which is a very good sign. Another bullish sign is this MACD. This is a bullish MACD cross, and at the same time we have this T3CCI indicator appearing in a positive territory. So these three indicators has already confirmed that for the upcoming days we might see a crossover, green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom, like this. If that happens, you know what to expect next. Green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom in the past price action has resulted in a very bullish move. So we will be expecting another continuation like this to play out once we see a crossover, a bullish crossover here in our indicator, Williams Alligator indicator. Now, if you look at this price action here in a smaller time frame, I mean in a 4-hour time frame, I showed you guys that in a 4-hour time frame, this here could be a broadening wedge or megaphone pattern. But before this megaphone pattern plays out, we added a horizontal trend line. This horizontal trend line, along with the falling trend line to the downside, is considered as a right angle broadening bottom scenario. So according to this right angle broadening bottom pattern or scenario, we might be slowly getting attracted around 68,000, because the trend line in the past price action has acted as resistance. So this line could be attracting us in the medium short term. But once we break out of that trend line, you can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin after that could be slowly getting attracted on the upper trend line and could go even higher, right? Why this upper trend line might be attracting us once we break the resistance, which we have around 67,000, 68,000. You can see here, this leading indicator will line up perfectly. I mean, price has managed to come across this May CPR. This was a very, very important resistance line. And if you look at the price action of Bitcoin carefully, we are above it. That means any sort of a shakeout in the medium short term, any sort of a pullback in the medium short term, price coming back to test this previous resistance line, please do not panic. It might be just a temporary retest. Price of Bitcoin coming back to test the previous temporary resistance line before continuing with this uptrend, because in that case, right, in that case, we will be also breaking above this top CPR line, which is going to trigger another bullish move towards this monthly R1 line, right? And even up to this monthly R2 line, which sits above 78,000. So that is another reason, guys, breaking the resistance from this horizontal trend line could result in another breakout, because in that case, we will be also breaking out from this top CPR line, which will be looked as a bullish continuation pattern. Now, beside this Williams alligator indicator, beside this CPR indicator, even if you look at this Bollinger Band, I showed you this on my yesterday's video, right? During downtrend, whenever the price of Bitcoin has shown a move like this, a corrective move towards the lower band, it has resulted, right? In many cases, it has resulted in a relief rally, but price has failed to find support at this central line. Corrective move. We tested the lower band, resulting in an impulsive move towards this central line or the basis line. But in our case, you can see we are above it. That means this central line will be also acting as support for Bitcoin around 63,000. So there is a very, very high possibility of price remaining on this trend line and even testing the upper band. And you know what is going to happen once the price start testing the upper band? We will be expecting another continuation like this to play out in our case. So that is another reason, guys, things are slowly turning bullish for Bitcoin. So we just need the smaller time frame, or let's say daily time frame, price action to remain over this falling trend line, right? The upper trend line from this falling wedge, upper trend line from this falling channel, and find support above this CPR indicator, either central or the bottom CPR line, which is again going to be around 63,000. So remaining of that range means there is a very high possibility of price showing another continuation here to the upside. And last but not the least, I talked about this Wyckoff scenario, Wyckoff schematic with you guys on my previous video. I showed you, even if this here is going to play out as a distribution schematic from Wyckoff events and phases, first, there could be a rally. Price of Bitcoin could be in this phase B, sign of weakness after this in the lower trend line. You can see we could be showing more of sideways movement, shakeout, but price could be heading towards this upper thrust in phase V to form a new all-time high. So we have said, even if this here is going to turn out as a bearish continuation pattern, distribution pattern, first, there could be a rally, price coming around this upper thrust in phase B, right, before showing another continuation here like this. But if we say, hey, even this reaccumulation phase lines up perfectly, so why should we call this a distribution phase? No problem in that case as well, because we know even if this here is going to play out as a reaccumulation phase, first there is a rally. You can see after testing this support sign of weakness in phase B, there will be a rally, price heading towards this upper thrust in phase B, right, before breaking to the upside. But regardless of whichever scenario plays out, I have been very clear with you guys. There is a possibility of price first testing the resistance, making a new all-time high before deciding the actual trend direction. So that is another reason. If you have any doubt, I suggest you guys to simply zoom out. So guys, this was some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. If you enjoyed my work, then please do not hesitate to destroy that like button. And to those individuals watching this are the first time to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder to those individuals who have not claimed this free 200 USDT futures position airdrop from Bybit, then I suggest you guys to check the video description, because all the links to Bybit, Phemex, OKX are in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.